Okay.
Okay, so first thing we are going to do, we are going to test your range of movement.
Okay.
So if you've got space, what I want you to do is bring your heels as close as you can without crossing your legs. Start with your knees next to your elbows, and then just drop your knees down to the floor as far as you can go without letting your feet slide forward. And then measure on your little roller there how close they are to the floor.
Yeah, probably that line. Oh, that line there.
Okay, so that's the left leg. What about your right one? Is that the same or a little bit left, a little bit higher, do you think?
Probably the top one, I would say.
Okay, so that's a little bit higher on the right. So next bit, if you put your legs straight out in front.
Yeah.
And then bring your right foot next to your left knee. Yeah. And then just drop your right knee out to the side. How does that feel?
Tightness through there.
Okay, and then do swap legs, do the same on the other side. You might find you have better movement on one side than the other.
Yeah, my right's definitely tighter.
Okay, so let's start by treating the right leg. So if you were coming to see me in clinic, I'm going to teach you how to treat yourself, how I would treat you if you were in clinic.
Amazing.
Does that make sense?
This is our virtual clinic.
Yeah. So if have you got some like wax or oil or anything? Yeah. Because you might need a little bit to help. We're going to use
argan oil.
Awesome. We're going to use blades and pods. So yep, cool. And if you've got, we need a couple of red, a couple of black on the pods.
Check.
Awesome. And we've got our little blade. So obviously you want to warm up your tissue area first. So put a little bit of your wax on or your oil, whatever it is you've got. I've got a little
oil. Yeah.
So we're going to, I'll stand up for this bit. We're going to treat sort of the inside area.
Okay.
So you'd put your wax on. You can, if you're going to use blades, you can use them without any wax or oil.
Okay.
But just for the purpose of this, because the pods stick a little bit better and we can glide with the pods as well. So we're going to have our little wax on, and then we're going to use our blade to lengthen out the tissue. So start at the top, use your slow slide, quite a bit of pressure, but not too uncomfortable. Get all the way down, then come back up again. Start again at the top and get all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to cover the whole expanse of the inside of your leg. So into your hamstrings and up into your quads as well.
Okay, so
not just focusing on one area all the time. Woo. It's going to be
bad, like where you can feel the tendons of the medial hamstring. That is icky.
So just obviously at that point, you don't want loads of pressure on.
Yeah, definitely
because
not.
We are obviously treating this sort of kneeling as well, and normally you would probably be lied down while I'm treating you. So once we've got a little bit more length through there.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Exciting.
Oh God.
So we would use that, obviously do a little bit of like your effleurage in between once you've done your 3 or 4 strokes with your blades. And then we can add our pods in.
Yeah.
But whilst we're using our pods, we can also combine them with movement. Okay. So because the area of tightness was the top of our leg, that is where we're going to put our, what we call our target pods, which are the red ones.
Yes.
Just to create more suction.
Okay.
So obviously, again, this is personal preference and what you can tolerate. You can either just push them on flat like this, and then it will suck. Or you can turn it inside out and then lay it on and press it down. If you turn it inside out, it creates more suction.
Oh, wow.
So it's up to you. You can try both ways, whichever you feel it will create some discomfort, but whichever is more tolerable.
I don't need more when I've used these, so it's tight as it is.
We want to put you can do this in 2 ways. If it was really, really sore I would maybe put my target cup away from where it was painful, put it on, and then I would glide over my target area. But you might need quite a lot of oil and wax for that, because if it was tolerable, I'd put it straight on the target area.
Okay.
And I'd put it on so that it's sucked in there.
So can I use the red one? So my area is actually more down here that's sore. Can I use this one down here?
Well, we're going to target your groin first, and the range of movement, and then we can look at this bit afterwards. So if you put the red one, like where I've got mine, towards where your stiffness was, that's it, and stick it on.
Yep.
And then another one along the same line of the tissues. And then we're going to use our 2 black ones towards our knee.
Okay. Ooh.
They might need a little bit more.
You
might need a little bit more.
Serious suction going on here.
So now, as you can see, we can get up and move around with these on. They're not really going to fall off.
Yes.
So what I would suggest we do is, if we take it to the floor, or you can do it standing up, is the movement we did at the start. So we're going to bend foot up to your knee, out to the side. So we go from here, foot up to your knee, out to the side. Now, can you see already how much more your knee is moving down and increased your range of movement?
What?
So then if you do one more, and then we're going to take the pods off.
Holy moly, that is actually a massive difference in like, what, a minute, 2 minutes.
So if you take the pods off now, and then do the same movement.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And then do the same, just do the same movement without it on first before you test it. So start long, come up, and then drop out. Almost to the floor. And that's just treating one side. So if you retest now with both feet and measure it on your roller, like, you can see how much of a difference that's made already.
So it's gone, it's like that much difference.
About an inch.
Yeah.
And that's just from releasing the tissues near sort of the top of your hip into your groin area.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then
from doing that,
it would make sense to me to do that for 2 minutes, and then to do a stretching routine, for example, or dynamic stretching.
Would never leave the pods on for longer than 2 minutes.
Okay.
Literally, that's as long as they need to be on. Okay. And if, like, you might get a slight mark from them. Some people mark, some people don't. But these, like, it should never be these huge, like, massive welt bruise things, like that you see some people with. They should never be like horrendous or anything like that.
So 2 minutes. Generally, anything is better with movement. So 2 minutes with movement. What's the other main thing?
So basically, adding that movement in, what we are doing is we are creating sort of a shearing effect underneath the skin. So we're allowing the cups to lift the skin, and the muscles are doing the shearing effect for us because we're doing the movement. Obviously, if we were doing that manually, we would be creating the shearing effect because we are affecting the tissues. You can do a shearing effect with 2 pods as well, if you wanted to do that on your tissue. So instead of, if you didn't have the room to do the movement like we've done, you can put the pods on and move either way. Yes.
Just put some light on.
So you can put them on and you can go up and down past each other like that with the pods, and it creates the same effect.
Okay, that's really helpful. Thank you.
All right. Glad you found it useful.
Definitely. My virtual session. Tick. Thanks, Carla.
All right. See you soon.